Not until being brought back to the luxurious villa by her beggar boyfriend. The wealthy heiress only then realized that this beggar's identity was not simple. Looking at the lavish furniture and decor in the house, the girl began to suspect that she might be dreaming. Before she could react, the young man walked over holding 2 bottles of high-end red wine. Seeing this scene, the girl was stunned. She had not expected that the beggar boyfriend she picked up on the street would have living conditions even more luxurious than her own family's. Little did she know that the young man's true identity was that of the Chief Steward of the Heavenly Court. During his tenure, he had fallen in love with an elven fairy, but the Heavenly Court strictly forbade deities from having romantic relationships while on duty. As a result, the young man was demoted to the mortal realm by the Jade Emperor and reduced to a beggar. At this moment, his master appeared and told him that his girlfriend, the elven fairy, in order not to hold him back, left for the mortal world after leaving him a token of their love. Thus, the young man resolutely abandoned his position as Chief Steward of the Heavenly Court. He followed the elven fairy to the human world. To restore his divine status, he must perform good deeds for 3 full years. For several years, he begged every day under a company's office building. One day, a few flight attendants passed by and scolded him for blocking their way. Just then, the girl happened to walk by. Seeing the young man's pitiful appearance, she kindly gave him $200. Little did she know that her act of kindness would instantly bring her grandfather back to life. After the girl left, the young man's long-sealed cultivation was finally restored. He had intended to search for the elven fairy. His master appeared again and told him that the time was not yet right, only because he had received this $200 donation. He had to return the money first. However, he did not know who had given him this money. He immediately summoned the local deities, demanding to know all the details about the person who gave him the $200. After the deities' investigation, the young man instantly teleported to that girl's home. And this girl was in a past life exactly the elven fairy he had been searching for. But recently she has been faced with an arranged marriage in her family. It turned out that after her grandfather fell ill, the family business plummeted. To reverse the family's financial situation, the stepmother suggested that she marry a wealthy second-generation heir in exchange. The girl refused to agree. She declared that even if she married a beggar, she would never marry the wealthy heir. Just then, the young man suddenly walked in. When everyone saw that he was a beggar, they showed looks of disdain. The moment the young man saw the girl, he realized that the woman before him was the soulmate from his previous life that he had searched for so many years. They said that if the girl wanted to marry this beggar, that would be fine, on the condition that the young man could cure her grandfather's illness. However, to the young man, this was nothing. He stated that not only could he cure her grandfather, but he could also extend his life by another 100 years. After saying this, the young man headed straight to the hospital. The grandpa previously left his inheritance in a combination box, but no one knows the combination. The stepmother and her son worried that they couldn't open the safe to get the inheritance inside. Therefore, they asked the doctor to come up with a solution. The doctor said he could use a forbidden technique to bring the grandfather back to consciousness for 1 minute. Upon hearing this, the stepmother and her son were very happy. The doctor then inserted silver needles into the grandfather's body. At this moment, the girl entered with her beggar boyfriend. She reprimanded her stepmother and brother for their behavior. Suddenly, the grandfather spat up a mouthful of blood. It turned out that the forbidden technique the doctor had just used had failed. This meant that the grandfather might never awaken.